This video was sponsored by Squarespace. So welcome to what has to be one of my best episodes of must-have Android apps of all time. We've got messaging apps, we've got customization apps, and then ones that are just there to look straight up stunning. Number 1 on the list is On Second Thought. It is a complete replacement for your SMS messaging application that, believe it or not, allows you to take back a message. Technically speaking, it's not actually sending the message, so it's not like you're reversing time or anything crazy like that, but it feels like it when you're using the application. It simply creates a lag between when you send the message and when it's actually delivered to the recipient. And within this lag period, which you can define yourself, you're allowed to make changes. Now for some, that is going to sound utterly useless, but actually it does prevent you not only sending things to the wrong contacts, but also regretting certain messages you've sent. So then we've got the Cheetah keyboard. Now this is actually by the same company that makes CM Launcher, and it claims to be the next generation of typing. Whilst I can't exactly say if that's a valid claim or not, what I can say is this is an awesome keyboard to use. First of all, it's extremely customizable. Not only can you change the way it looks, but also the effect it creates every time you press your fingers on the keys, which you can't do on a lot. And the attention to detail in terms of animation here is crazy. We've also got a whole bunch of themes here, and probably the first thing you'll be able to tell is this is not one for the minimalists among you. Having said that, it's a lot of fun to use, and for anyone who does like customization, there is so much to do here. Another cool thing is that if you can scrape yourself an hour of spare time, you can DIY your own keyboard theme from scratch. Number 3 is Loopsy, and this is a fairly well-established application in quite a short period of time, but for those of you who aren't using it, you need to get on that. You use the camera in your smartphone to create something called a cinematograph, which is essentially a living photo. So you use the app to record a few seconds of video footage as if you were taking a video, and then you select areas which you want to either freeze or animate. And the effect it creates is completely unique, it's something you cannot get elsewhere, and it makes for really eye-catching social media posts. Now to be honest, if you look at the people who use it a lot better than I do, you can create some stunning effects. Something else I thought was quite cool is every single day, the company actually picks their photo of choice and features you on their Instagram account. Right, so the next one is very special. This is the Hex Shader wallpaper, and I'm gonna say it's in my top 5 Android wallpapers of all time, which is crazy. Not only is it absolutely stunning whether you're on your lock screen or your home screen, but it's very cleverly designed. It freezes every time you open applications, so it's not always running in the background. And also, the company has found a very clever way to get around the battery drain problem. The actual image that is being moved around is of a very low resolution, but the way the company has made up for this is instead of using square pixels, they've used tiny little hexagons. And so instead of just looking pixelated, it ends up looking very artistic and saving battery while it's at it. Also, as a little bonus, there are plenty of backgrounds to choose from, and you can adjust not only the speed, but also the resolution. Another app which I think is super smart is GIF Recipes. It's essentially a recipe book, but instead of showing you full quality videos, all the recipes are shown as a GIF file. And this makes so much sense because not only is a GIF very easy on your mobile data allowance, but it also means that they can autoplay. Unfortunately, I would say the app lacks a little bit of consistency in the GIFs it uses. They're sourced from a lot of different places, so it looks like a bit of a hodgepodge of ideas. Also, it's hardly going to please the minimalists among us. It's a little bit of a messy app, but the content itself is fantastic. Now, one thing which I think is completely invaluable here is they've got a comment section, so you can actually see what other people think to the recipe before you try it out yourself. Another app that has completely taken off in a very short period of time is Send Anywhere. It allows you to very quickly select a whole bunch of images, videos, or many other different file types, there are a lot supported here, and send them to another phone using Wi-Fi Direct. So the other phone can very quickly either scan your QR code, type in a code, or you can simply find them directly through the app. And the transmission is very fast. Now, one widget that has to be honest become one of the default ones I go to now is the Vibrant for Zooper. Now, it's not particularly complicated, there's not too much going on here. There's 60 widgets inside of it, and to be honest, they span only 5 different color schemes. But what may seem like a disadvantage actually makes a lot of sense because you can combine them and they work seamlessly together. So say for example I like the white and purple color scheme, then I can pick a whole bunch of white and purple widgets that I know will work perfectly together. For the more health conscious among you, there is Daily Blends. It is a collection of lots of different categories of essentially green smoothies you can make yourself. Now, it is a fairly pricey application, and to be honest, it's kind of surprising that in some senses it's lacking a little bit of polish, like the text isn't completely ultra high resolution, and some of the images too. Having said that, again, this is one of those cases where the content just makes up for it. It'll tell you how many people you can serve, how long each one is expected to take you, and an entire ingredients and instructions list. We've then got the rather awesome looking Meron icon pack. Now these are all rounded edge squares, which I love by the way, and each of them is covered with this thick black outline. And combine that with the fact that these are a whole set of really flat, consistent icons, and they go with pretty much any wallpaper and setup. You could create a minimalistic look or something a little bit more jazzy. And because of the whole simplicity, it also makes it fairly easy for the app to detect your unthemed icons and mask those too. So then we've got the rather unfortunately named SpottyTube. This is a fusion of Spotify and YouTube, and it takes both of those elements and tries to fuse them. So it'll take the songs you kind of are known to like from your Spotify playlists, and then it'll recommend you videos to watch based on that. And anytime you click on one of them, it'll take you straight to the YouTube application, which annoyingly for some reason doesn't seem to support the full screen mode that the normal YouTube app would. So as we said earlier, this video was sponsored by Squarespace, and they essentially have a whole host of kind of really nice looking award-winning templates to build your own website. And these templates kind of take the whole faff out the experience. It makes it very easy to make something that looks very, very professional. So if you ever wanted to make an online store or just a beautiful website as a portfolio for yourself, now's a pretty good time to do it. So you can either hit the link in the description or type in squarespace.com/boss, and then you can actually get 10% off your first purchase as well as a free trial. So guys, there we go. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.